ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। समवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। Hare Krishna. We didn't meet last 3 weeks. It's a long gap. Today we look at the concluding verses of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions to Srila Rupa Goswami. Just to give a recap, we saw how Rupa Goswami, this whole chapter, 19th chapter of Madhya Leela, started with Rupa Goswami along with his brother Sanatana Goswami, leaving the services of Nawab Hussain Shah, and Rupa Goswami and his younger brother Vallabha, they both make their way to Prayag initially, and then we also saw Sanatana Goswami also is leaving Bengal, how he made use of the 10,000 gold coins which Rupa Goswami had left to give it to the jailer, and then he also secured his release. So when Rupa Goswami and his brother Anupam, also known as Vallabha, they meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The scene was described about how everyone were conglomerating around Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then later on, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed or invited Rupa Goswami to come and meet him, where he instructed Srila Rupa Goswami continuously for 10 days in a place called Dasha Ashwamedha Ghat, the place where 10 Ashwamedha Yagyas were performed continuously for 10 days. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his instructions to Srila Rupa Goswami, initially he discussed about the rarity of Krishna Bhakta, how rare it is to find a Jiva, first of all, who is beyond the modes of material nature, and then slowly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised the bar, and then he said how rare it is to find a pure devotee of the Lord. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after establishing the rarity of Krishna Bhakta, he then discusses about the process of devotional service, how one can become a devotee, how one can practice bhakti and become a devotee. So that's the second topic. After rarity of Krishna Bhakta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discusses about how to practice, how by the process of chanting one can water this plant of devotional creeper. So that's the second step. Third part, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discussed was about pure devotional service. How even in bhakti there are different levels, how to practice pure devotional service. And then finally, this section, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we were discussing in the previous two classes about the different rasas. In pure devotional service, what are the different mellows or mood with which we can serve Supreme Lord Krishna? So that's the discussion we are currently on. And in last class, we touched on how there are 5 primary rasas. Santa rasa in neutrality, Dasya rasa, serving the Supreme Lord in the mood of a servant. Then you have Sakya as a friend, Vatsalya as a parent, and Madhurya in the mood of a lover. So these are the 5 primary rasas. There are 7 secondary rasas also we saw. Hasya, Adbhuta, Veera, Karuna, Raudra, Bhayanaka, Bibhatsa. These are the 7 different types of secondary rasas. While primary rasas are more permanent, secondary rasas are more occasional. We saw example of Arjuna. Normally he is related to Krishna in the mood of a friend, Sakya. But then when he saw Vishwarupa, there was like Adbhuta. There was Bhaya also, Bhayanaka. He was scared. So these 7 secondary rasas, they come and go. Whereas the 5 primary rasas are more or less fixed. So today and last week we also discussed about how even when somebody is in the mood of these primary rasa, they can still have 2 different types of attachment. One is with knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and the other one is without knowledge. And we saw examples. One is called Aishwarya Jnana Mishrarati. The other one is Kevalarati. Aishwarya Jnana means opulent. To understand how great a person Krishna is, how rich he is. So this is Aishwarya Jnana. Aishwarya means richness or opulence. Jnana means to be knowing about Krishna's opulence. Jnana Mishra. Mishra means mixed, Rati, attachment. So that attachment which is mixed with the knowledge about Krishna's richness, that is known as Aishwarya Jnana Mishra Rati. Wherein the worshipper is very conscious, I'm dealing with Supreme Lord all the time. Because of that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the spontaneous flow of love is somewhat hampered. We should not mistake this to be inferior. This is just one level. Some devotees, they like to maintain that. This is their mood. It's not wrong, but that's the mood. Whereas the other one is pure unalloyed attachment to Krishna without reverence, Kevalarati, something that was found in Vrindavan. We saw examples of how Gopas would fight with them, how even the Gopis would fight with them. Nobody would accept. Even Yashoda Maharani, even after seeing the whole cosmic manifestation, she would come out of that Adbhuta mood and she'd be like, this is my Lalla, that's it. Everything. Same way, sometimes even elderly Gopas, they would come to Nanda Baba and say, you know what, I think your boy is Narayan. Narayan? Impossible. Yeah, he's doing all wonderful things, but he can't be Narayan. Narayan, even Yashoda Maharani would argue, Narayan, how can he be Narayan? He goes around, breaks people's home, and when he can't find butter, he pinches the babies, he steals, and when there is a loud thunder, he comes and hides behind my sari, holding my sari, hide behind me, holding my sari. How can he be Narayan? Impossible. So even though occasionally even Krishna demonstrates, hey, I am Supreme Lord, devotees are in no mood to worry about that. Kevalarati, all they worry about is, this is my boy, or this is my lover, this is my friend. So these are the 2 categories, and we saw different examples. Like for example in Sakya, Arjuna is somebody who knew how great a person Krishna is, whereas Sridham is also in Sakya but in Vrindavan. Sridham would get on a wrestling match with Krishna, defeat Krishna and force Krishna to carry him on his back because Krishna lost the match. So this is the rasa, as you can see, the mellow. So that brings us to this final section, the symptoms of 5 rasas. And I have 45 minutes. Shanta rasa, neutrality. So in this final section, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, what are the different symptoms? Yes, one is the mood. Somebody who is dealing with Krishna as their friend. But what do they do in the mood? Very important. Prabhupada says, yogis, they know that they are not the body. They know they are something beyond the body. Everyone has knowledge about self-realization. Everyone has knowledge that they are Atma. But then that's all, they're just sitting idle. Prabhupada says, what are you doing with that knowledge? Imagine if somebody says, you go outside, turn left, turn right, there is a big pile of gold coin, a treasure there. Yeah, I know about it. Would you sit like that? No. You will immediately run. And then you will think, what can I do with this? Where can I save this? There is some activity there. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tistati akarmakrit. Prabhupada says, baby, even when it is in the mother's womb, even there it wants to come out of that. Somebody who is put inside the prison, they are trying to break. Prabhupada says, you tie an animal to a rope, that animal is trying to break. There is an activity. But then how come Mayavadis, they are saying that the soul, there is no activity, they just sit idle, shanti, shanti. It never happens. Even in conditioned state, there is so much activity. What to speak of liberal state? Ultimate state, when there is no limitations of this body, how much more active it must be. So, to just know that I am not the body, to just know that I am spiritual, that's not good enough. That's like understanding, yeah, there is a pile of gold coins. That's all you can think of. But somebody who is a devotee, they know, if there is a pile of gold coins, I can engage it in the service of Radha Gopinath. If there is some treasure there, I can engage it in the service of Krishna. So, Prabhupada says, Santarasa means they know about greatness of Krishna. They are attached to Krishna also. They don't have any material desires. But at the same time, there is no seva, no activity, no practical service. In other words, theoretical knowledge only. So if somebody sits in meditation, just chanting, or somebody sits in meditation chanting Om, without doing any practical service. Somebody who cultivates knowledge about Brahman, who cultivates knowledge about Paramatma, those who are in Santarasa, their level is on the understanding of Brahman and Paramatma only. Because of that, there is no activity. You will never come across, he is such a great servant of the Paramatma. Nobody. Or say, this person is, or this devotee is such a great bhakta of Brahman. If I ask you to give me example, you can never give me example. But if I tell me great devotee of Balaji, you will immediately think. Tell me great devotee of Vittal, you will think about it. Great devotee of, Kirchor Gopinath, Madhavendra Puri. We will think about great devotees in relation to Bhagavan only, not in the aspect of Paramatma or Brahman. Why? Because there is no seva. Because there is no seva, then there is no question of sevak also there. There is no servant, there is no service. So here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, in Santarasa, or in the mood of neutrality, one of the symptoms, Krishna Nishta, or Shama, intelligence is attached to Krishna's lotus feet. That is there. Definitely it's there. Second, Dhamma, controlling the senses. Somebody in Santarasa, they would be fully sense controlled. Titiksha. Tams titikshashva bharata. Titikshava karunika. Titiksha means tolerance. They'll be extremely tolerant. Very sense controlled. Mind fixed on the lotus feet of Krishna. Everything is there. Only thing that's missing is practical seva. No seva. Only theory. Dhriti, controlling the tongue and genitals. Does that ring a bell? Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam. This is the seed instructions Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving to Rupa Goswami. This instruction is captured where? Nectar of instruction. And we saw in the previous sections also how much detail Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives. Rupa Goswami takes that and elaborates on that. And you will see at the end of this chapter, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concludes giving these instructions, he would say to Rupa Goswami, I have given you just the seed of the instructions, elaborate on it. So that elaboration we can see in the other books, which Srila Prabhupada has mercifully translated. We see this in Caitanya Caritamrita itself, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Upadeshamrita. So here, this state is called as self-realization, but there is no practical service. There is Trishna Tyaga. Trishna means hankering for material desires, material pursuits. Trishna Tyaga, somebody in Santarasa, they would be sense controlled. They are not after having any material desires. You will never come across great yogis in ancient times, sitting in meditation and thinking, when will I get iPhone? No, they don't have material desires. They are sitting there meditating on the Brahman, but there is no seva. That's the only downside. So the two qualities for somebody in Santarasa is Krishna Nishta, Trishna Tyaga. Shantera Dui Gune. So he is saying Krishna Nishta, which means Nishta means steady. Krishna Nishta means their mind will be focused on the lotus feet of the Lord. That is there. That's the first part. Krishna Nishta. Second is Trishna Tyaga. Krishna, Trishna, remember. Krishna Nishta, Trishna Tyaga. Krishna Nishta means mind focused on the lotus feet of the Lord. Trishna Tyaga means mind completely away. Tyaga means to give up, completely away from material desires. So these are the two primary qualities. And as you go to the subsequent rasas, you will see every symptom that is present in Santarasa will be present in Dasya plus an additional quality. For example, after Santarasa, which is characterized by these two qualities, Krishna Nishta and Trishna Tyaga. If you go to Dasya Rasa also, these two qualities are there. Those who are servants of Supreme Lord. Let's say Hanumanji, he epitomized Dasya Rasa. He is also not having any material desires. His mind is also fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. But in addition to these two, seva is there. That's the third quality. Likewise, these three, you go to the subsequent, next one, Sakya, they'll have these three plus an additional quality. You go to the next one, additional quality. Dasya will always be there, even in Madhurya. Many times, there is a misunderstanding that Madhurya Rasa means I'll just chant, dance with Krishna. Yes, but they will have all the qualities of Dasya also, which means serving. That's the primary mood. You take Yashoda Maharani, Vatsalya Ras. What's her primary mood? Seva again. You take Srimati Radharani, epitome of seva. We are all, when we appear, what do? We cry. Isn't that what happened in the maternity ward? When Radharani appeared, it's given in the scriptures, when Radharani appeared from Krishna's left hand, she was running around, picking flowers, making garland, offering to Krishna. That's her first activity. So, Madhurya Rasa means they must be doing 24/7 seva. That's why Prabhupada would often warn against this mood of sahajiyas, who have very incomplete understanding. Incomplete understanding that I'll just dress myself as a gopi and I'll dance. That is okay, one type of seva only. But somebody has to cook, somebody has to clean. Everything else is seva. Gopis did everything for Krishna, 24/7. So it should not be seen, Rasa Tattva should not be seen as an excuse for us not to do anything. Because what separates neutrality, Santa, from rest of them is seva. That's the first big jump. From Santa Rasa to Dasya Rasa, when there is seva only, one is considered to be a servant. So from Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, seva is the most important criteria. Then that seva can be qualified in what mood they are doing. Mamata, in the mood of intimacy. Mamata Adhika, in the mood of more intimacy. It's there in Vatsalya Rasa. Like that. Mood changes. But the underlying denominator, the common denominator across all the four rasas is seva only. Santa Rasa, no seva. There is only Krishna Nishta and Trishna Tyaga. They are unafraid of anything. Those who are in Santaras. Narayana Parasarve na kutaschana bibhyati. Swarka apavarka narakeshu apitulyartha darshinaha. This is said by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. After Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu Maharaj, that he will be born as a demon. Chitraketu Maharaj bows down, addresses Amba, oh my dear mother, thank you very much for the blessing. He gets up and he goes. Lord Shiva says to Mother Parvati, oh my dear beautiful lady, you are very beautiful, no doubt, but this glorious quality of this Vaishnava, worshipper of Vishnu, is even more beautiful. Then he says this: for Narayana Parasarve, those who are taking shelter of Lord Narayana, for that Swarga Apavarka Narakeshu, it doesn't matter whether they are in higher planetary system, lower planetary system, or in hellish planet. Doesn't matter. They are, because their mind is always fixed on Krishna, for them there is no fear. So this is one of the quality. They are unafraid. There is no intimacy in Santarasa. The knowledge of impersonal Brahman and Paramatma alone exists, which means they don't know that there is someone called, or they don't know much about the knowledge of Krishna's Bhagavan aspect, which is the ultimate one. Kevala Swarupa Jnana. Very important. Those who are in Santarasa, they know only about their constitutional position. That's all they know. Nothing else. They don't know about other rasas. They don't know about anything else. They don't know about Krishna also. They know, I am servant of Krishna. That's all they know. But they don't act on it much. So one knows their constitutional position only. This is how much the level of understanding of somebody in Santarasa goes. Okay, so this is in neutrality. Next one is Dasya Rasa, or servitude. Purna Aishwarya Jnana, which means somebody who is a servant of the Lord. Purna Aishwarya Jnana. Purna means complete, Aishwarya means opulence, Jnana means knowledge. Purna Aishwarya Jnana means they know Krishna is the Supreme Lord. They know Krishna's full opulence. They know Krishna is Bhagavan. Samrama Gaurava, knowledge of the Lord with awe and veneration. Awe and reverence. They know the Lord, they worship the Lord, they deal with the Lord in the mood of awe and reverence. You will never see Hanumanji when he is in the presence of the Lord in any other mood other than this. Have you seen it? No. Sometimes the Lord comes and embraces him. But his mood is always like this. Constantly they are conscious of Lord's supreme position. Purna Aishwarya Jnana. So in that mode of awe and reverence, they are always dealing with the Supreme Lord like this. And offering service. Seva, this gives constant happiness to Krishna. When they engage their bhakti, somehow the bhakti has to be expressed. You can sit in one place and keep on chanting Hare Krishna. That's also bhakti. That's a seva expressed in the mood of chanting, in the mode of chanting. Somebody may express their mood of seva in cleaning, somebody in cooking, somebody in talking, somebody in hearing. But as long as it is connected to Krishna, it is all seva. As long as one is just sitting and chanting impersonal aspect, Om, 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 opening the eyes, looking around and then closing the eyes, Om, Om, then it is maximum it can come as still Dasya only. Eventually, initially even though Om is also considered, Prabhupada says it's an impersonal sound of Krishna. By chanting of this also it will be purified. Eventually they'll come. They'll be given an opportunity to come to Dasiras. Till that point they can come. But if they have to go beyond that, then they have to chant Hare Krishna. Because they have to understand the Lord has got a form. I can do seva for Lord. I can have a certain intimate relationship with the Lord. That comes only after we understand Lord as a person. Bhagavan. The suffix van means it is a person. So here, Sambrama Gaurava, knowledge is there of the Lord, but this is in the mood of awe and reverence. The qualities of Shantarasa are also present in Dasya Rasa. Two qualities we saw. One was Krishna Nishta, Trishna Tyaga. What is the third quality that is adding in Dasya? Seva. Okay, so as it goes, more qualities also increase. So this is how servitude is described by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then comes Sakya Rasa, fraternity. Mood of friend. It contains both the qualities of Shantarasa and the service of Dasya Rasa also, but in addition to that, Vishwasa. Vishwasa means confidence is there. Confidence of fraternity instead of awe and veneration. We saw in the previous one, Seva is there, but what is the mood? Sambrama Gaurava. Mood of awe and veneration is there. Whereas here, if you come to Sakya, all the qualities of the previous rasa is there, plus Vishwasa. Intimate confidence is there, but no awe and reverence here. As I said, qualities are there, mood alone will change as it goes higher and higher and higher. In Dasya Ras, it's in the mood of Sambrama Gaurava, in the mood of awe and reverence, but in Sakya, when it comes, it's Vishwasa. It just, yes, this is my friend. Confidentiality is there. This is my intimate friend. No awe and reverence all the time. Sometimes serves Krishna and sometimes makes Krishna serve. We saw example of Sridham. Sometime he would serve Krishna, but then treating Krishna as equal, sometime even take service from Krishna also. Once I had the fortune to go on a Vrindavan Parikrama trip with His Holiness Kadamkana Swami Maharaj, a group of devotees. Every day he was taking us to different places in a bus. So one day as the bus driver was going, that particular day it was around Govardhan. So he was going, Maharaj was singing Kirtan, and then he saw the bus driver about to turn right to climb on Govardhan. There is a small road that went. Immediately Maharaj ran, stopped the Kirtan, he ran, and he told him, Ruko, wait. And then he says, no, don't use this route, only Brajabasis use this route, you go straight. And then Maharaj told us later that Govardhan is Krishna himself. To drive the bus over that is same as climbing on the shoulder of Krishna. Brajabasis can do because they are born in Vrindavan. They can do because their mood is Sakya. As a friend, as I said earlier, Sridham would climb on the shoulders of Krishna and he says like, no, Krishna would give a lot of excuse. No, I was not prepared in that wrestling match. There was a banana peel, I stepped on it, that's why I slipped. He'll give all kinds of excuse. But Sridham would say, no, you are cheating. You have to carry me. And he would force Krishna to carry him. This is the mood of the Gopas dealing with the Krishna. So they can do this. They can put their arms around Krishna. They can wrestle with Krishna, fight with Krishna. We are not. We are conditioned souls. So Maharaj said, this is for Brajabasis they use. We are supposed to go around. Our feet should not be touching Govardhan. Our feet should not be touching even one drop of Radhakund. It's non-different from Srimati Radharani. We have to be very, very careful. Very, very mindful. We follow the mood of our acharyas. Okay. So here, sometimes serves Krishna and sometimes make Krishna serve. Vishramba Pradhana, predominated by service imbued with confidentiality, as against Vishramba Gaurava, where a Dasya, servant is serving, imbued with the mood of awe and reverence. Here it is in the mood of confidentiality, like how you would treat your friend. Hey, come, I want to share something personal with you. That mood is there more. Vishramba Pradhana Sakya Gaurava Sambramahina Ata Eva Shakya Rashira Tina Gunachina. Mamata. Krishna is controlled by devotees who are intimate. Intimacy is there. It's known as Mamata. Mamata Adika Krishna Atma Samanyane Ata Eva Shakya Rashira Vasha Bhagavane. Then there is Asankocha. Sankocha means dealing with formal, in a very formal setting. Even in South India we use the word Sankocha. Sankocha means don't feel shy. It's more like that. Asankocha means no formality. An intimate friend. Mamata means intimate. Asankocha means also intimate with no formality. Agaurava. Gaurava means awe and reverence. Vishramba Gaurava. Whereas here, Agaurava means no awe and reverence. You may be Supreme Lord, but come, you lost the game. Sometimes even Krishna would say, you know who I am? I am Bhagavan. Then the Gopas would say, so be it. You still lost the game, you are supposed to carry us. Sometimes if Krishna doesn't cooperate, they'll pull him aside also. No, you can't You can't join the games today. In one instance, Krishna is sitting there and thinking, I have Ananta Sesh carrying me. I have so many Vaikuntavasis serving me. I gave up all of that to come and play with them. Look at what they are doing. Are you sure? They will be like, yes. This is the sweet mood which Krishna relishes. Then Vatsalya, parental affection, which has the qualities of the other three rasas also, which is Shanta, Dasya and Sakya. Krishna, Nishta, Trishna, Tyaga. Santa. Then we saw in Dasya, Seva is there. But then Vishramba Gaurava is also there. Seva means service, Vishramba Gaurava is in the mood of awe and reverence. In Sakya we saw all the qualities of Santa and Dasya, but instead of Vishramba Gaurava, it has Mamata, Ashankocha, Agaurava, Vishwasa. Full confidentiality, intimate confidentiality. That's all there is. Now it goes to Vatsalya. Vatsalya has got all these qualities of the other three rasas plus more. Palana. Palana means somebody in Vatsalya rasa, they think, rather than thinking Krishna is protecting them, they think they are the one who is protecting Krishna. If you see photos of Yashoda Maharani, should be holding her baby, just like how any other mother would do. This is my baby, I have to protect. Yeah, Yashoda Maya is thinking, if I don't feed baby Krishna, he would starve. If I don't protect, somebody may come and snatch away my baby. If I don't correct him, even the whole Damodar Leela was performed to correct Krishna, because Mother Yashoda is thinking, his father is the king of Vrindavan. He has 900,000 cows. This boy, if I don't discipline him now, when he grows up, how will he be able to take care of his father's property? So let me correct him. In this mood, she is correcting him with the stick. Palana, protection. So, role gets reversed. Devotees think, rather than thinking, I am Krishna, they are thinking, Krishna is mine, I have to protect. This is the mood, Palana. The qualities of Santa, Dasya and Sakya rasas are transformed into a service of maintenance. They think they are maintaining the Lord. Mamata Adikye. We saw in the previous Sakya rasa, it's Mamata, intimacy is there. Mamata Adikye means it's more intimate now. Tadana Bharsana Vyavahara, chastises and rebukes the Lord. They chastise also. Why are you doing this? Krishna gets feared, scared of Mother Yashoda, sometimes you would see. Palaka, devotee considers himself Krishna's maintainer and Krishna as the object of maintenance like a son. Even when Krishna was lifting Govardhan with his left hand small finger continuously for 7 days and nights, elderly Gopas, they thought, oh, our Lalla is carrying this, his hand may pain, let us support him. They all had the stick and they were holding it as if they are supporting it. Actually, Krishna is the one who is supporting, but in their mood they are holding it. Amrita Samana has the qualities of the four rasas, Santa, Dasya, Sakya and Vatsalya. This is more transcendental nectar. Amrita Samana. Apanare Palaka Jnana, Krishna Palya Jnana, Chari Gune Vatsalya Rasa, Amrita Samana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu beautifully puts it. It has the qualities of all the four rasas. Amrita Samana. This is equal to transcendental nectar. Bhakti Vasha, the exchange of spiritual happiness between Krishna and his devotees, in which Krishna is controlled by his devotees, compared to an ocean of nectar in which both Krishna and the devotee plunge. Look at the analogy which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives. This mood, this mellow of serving Krishna in that mode of intimacy is a huge, endless ocean of nectar in which Krishna is holding the hand of his devotee and plunging. Both of them are plunging inside. So there is pleasure for Krishna. We were discussing last week also, or in the last session, 3 weeks ago. Whatever sacrificial offering that has been made to Krishna since the dawn of creation, whatever ghee offerings, whatever sacred recitations that were made for the pleasure of Krishna, they did please Krishna, no doubt. However, Krishna gets more pleased when he hears the chastisement of the elderly gopis. Whatever ghee offerings that were made to Krishna from the dawn of offering, they did please Krishna. But when he was lying on the lap of elderly gopis and drinking their breast milk as a little child, that pleased him much more than any of the offering that have been made from the dawn of creation until the time when Krishna Lila happened 5,000 years ago. This is how much Krishna loves this relationship. Bhakter jitatvam iti drikshvalila birananda kunde swagosham nimajantam akyapayantam tadiye shitagneshu bhakter jitatvam puna prematastvam satavriti vande. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quotes this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also quotes this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings this verse from Damotarashtakam. And then finally Madhurya Rasa, conjugal love. In Madhurya Rasa, the attachment for Krishna is there. Krishna Nishta from Santarasa is there. Service for him is there, which is Seva from Dasya Rasa. The relaxed feelings of fraternity is also there. Agaurava, Ashankocha, Mamata, it's there. And maintenance, Palana of Vatsalya Rasa is also there. In other words, Madhurya Rasa has got qualities of all the rasas. Madhurya Rasa means there will be the topmost servant of Krishna. Topmost intimate servant of Krishna. Somebody who is offering love for Krishna not because of awe and reverence, but because they love Krishna unconditionally. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radoksaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Savai pumsam paro dharma, the supreme occupation for humans, yato bhakti radoksaja, is to offer devotional service to adoksaja, to Krishna. Adoksaja is one name of Krishna. One who cannot be approached by mundane senses. That's one meaning. One who cannot be expressed by any words from A to Z of Sanskrit. That's also called adoksaja. Aksha. That's another meaning. Adoksaja, yato bhakti radoksaja. Bhakti has to be specifically for Supreme Lord Krishna. This is the supreme occupational duty. Paro dharma. Dharma, there are many kinds of dharma. There is Kula dharma, Jati dharma. You will come across Abad dharma. But there is Paro dharma. Paro dharma means supreme occupation of all these dharma. Para means the supreme, topmost, which is yato bhakti radoksaje, to offer bhakti to Sri Sri Radha Gopinath. And what should be the quality of that bhakti? Ahaituki apratihata. It should be unmotivated. Ahaituki. It should not be for any material gain. Krishna, I worship you this way, please give me this. That kind of offering is given only for demigods, not for Krishna. For Krishna it should be ahaituki, unmotivated. Not only just coming once in a while and offering bhakti to Krishna. Ahaituki apratihata, unmotivated and uninterrupted. It should not stop also, 24/7. If one does this, yayatma suprasidati, they will experience transcendental bliss. Sometimes we practice bhakti and we think, I'm practicing bhakti, but I don't seem to be happy. Looks like there is some problem with bhakti. Bhakti, no problem. So many, countless millions and trillions of devotees have walked this path and attained success. Our execution of bhakti is wrong. So when you feel little bored, when you feel somehow life is getting a little hackneyed, little boring, little flavorless, question we have to ask is the quality of bhakti we are offering to Krishna satisfying these two conditions? Unmotivated, do I have any motive? Easiest way to gain inspiration is by serving devotees. Mahat sevam dwaram ahur vimuktes tamo dwaram yositam sangi sangam. Mahat sevam dwaram. It's there in Bhagavatam. Mahat sevam dwaram ahur vimukte. When we serve the devotees, that act of serving the devotees opens the door for liberation. When we serve devotees, the door for liberation opens. When we serve devotees, whatever anarthas and envy that we have in our heart gets pulverized into pieces. Heart becomes soft. In one class, His Holiness Bhakti Chaur Maharaj says, when we keep doing service, when we chant Hare Krishna, our heart will become very soft like butter. Who comes to usually steal soft butter? Makanchor will come. So by serving devotees, all our anarthas, our impurities will get pulverized to pieces. Heart gets soft. When the heart is soft, Radha Gopinath would come inside. So this is the quickest way, serving devotees. This is the quickest way to gain the mercy of Krishna. Krishna is controlled by devotees, so we worship the devotees, pray to devotees, beg for the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Then, gaining the attention of Shri Radha Gopinath is very easy. Okay, so here, this quality or Madhurya Ras, as we can see, it has the qualities of each of these different rasas. Madhura Rase Krishna Nishta Seva Atishaya Sakya Rashan Kocha Lalana Mamatadikaya Haya. Everything is there. One verse that captures everything. Listen to this carefully. Madhura Rase, which means this Madhurya Ras, it has all the qualities of each one of them. It has Krishna Nishta, unflinching focus and attention from the lotus feet of the Lord. Seva Atisaya, Seva of Dasya is there. Krishna Nishta, focus on the lotus feet of Krishna as expressed in Santaras is there. Shakyara Ashankocha, in the mood of friendship, Ashankocha, that no mood of formality but only intimacy is there. But then Lalana Mamatadikaya, in Vatsalya Rasa Mamatadika, the increased level of intimacy is also there in one Rasa, which is Madhurya Rasa. The devotee offers one's body in Krishna's service, one's mind is Krishna's service, one's words in Krishna's service. Everything, the qualities of all the five rasas are present. By gradual evolution, qualities develop one after another in the material elements until all five qualities are found in earth. So we have earth, water, fire, air, ether. But if you look at the creation, it happens in the other way. The manifestation, it happens. It starts from ether, then air, then you have fire, then water, then earth ultimately. Like that, earth has the qualities of everything. But increasingly, the subsequent element has all the qualities of the preceding elements. Same way here, every subsequent rasa has got all the qualities of the predecessors. Madhurya Rasa is the topmost, it has the qualities of all the other four rasas, just like how earth has got the qualities of the other four of the Panchabhutas. After instructing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concludes saying, I have simply given a general survey describing Bhakti Rasa. This is just a teaser. That's what it means. You can consider how to expand this. When one thinks of Krishna constantly, love for him manifests within the heart. Though one is ignorant, one can reach the far shore of the ocean of transcendental love by Lord Krishna's mercy. This is a very, very deep instruction. Have you come across a situation in life where you don't know what to do? Or is it just me? All of us? Thank you. Happens. I'll read this carefully. Please listen. You can consider how to expand this. When one thinks of Krishna constantly, love for him manifests within the heart. Full stop. Though one is ignorant, one can reach the far shore of the ocean of transcendental love by Lord Krishna's mercy. Which means, whenever we are swept away by ignorance, whenever we think all doors are closed, whenever you have a brick wall right in front of you, what are we supposed to do? Pick up the beads and chant. Though one is ignorant, mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Sri Gurundina tarinam paramananda madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. By the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya Ishwara, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a lame person can climb mountains. Even a dumb person can become a great orator. Though one is ignorant, simply by constantly remembering Krishna. Prabhupada in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, please read. Prabhupada has said about it a dozen times, repeatedly. In Kali Yuga, remembering Krishna means chanting Hare Krishna. Think of Krishna means chanting Hare Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna. So that we may remember at least once, even if you remember at least one of that, we will remember. So, though one is ignorant, one can reach the far shore. How? Constantly thinking of Krishna. Constantly thinking of Krishna means chanting Hare Krishna. Bhavite bhavite Krishna spuraya antare Krishna kripaya agyapaya rase sindupare. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Rupa Goswami and decided to go to Varanasi, Kashi, Benares. So this conversation is happening on Dasa Ashwamedha Ghat, the place where 10 Ashwamedha Yagya were performed in the past. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami also for 10 days. Remember those two. Dasa Ashwamedha Ghat is the location for 10 days. After instructing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraces Rupa Goswami and he says, he is now going to leave Varanasi. Why? To deliver our Mayavadi friends. You see this? So there he goes there to deliver them. Rupa Goswami requested, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please take me to Varanasi. It will be very hard for me to tolerate waves of separation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, your duty is to carry my order. You go to Vrindavan, both of you brothers go to Vrindavan. After going to Varanasi, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't spend much time in Varanasi, he goes there, stays there for about a week and goes back. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, later on you can come and meet me in Puri, passing through Bengal. For now, go to Vrindavan and execute the instructions which I have given, which is to expand on this instructions of this science of Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Rupa Goswami and got on a boat. Rupa Goswami fainted. You will see many instances. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal associates, when they see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is leaving them, they would faint. Gadadhar Pandit, you will see in another instance, faints. So here, Rupa Goswami fainted and the South Indian Brahmana took him to his home. Thereafter, the two brothers, which is Rupa Goswami and his younger brother Anupam, they departed for Vrindavana. Lord Chaitanya finally arrived at Varanasi where he met Chandrasekhara. Chandrasekhara, on the same day when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived, he saw in dream that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming. He didn't wait. So what he did was, as soon as he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the dream coming his home, he immediately went outside the city. You look at the communication. He was sleeping in home and in dream he sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to his home. He immediately got up, got ready with the garland, sandalwood pulp, everything, goes to the outskirts of Varanasi, waiting for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he is going to come. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did come. So then he falls at his feet, and then he takes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home. This is Chandrasekhara. Tapan Mishra, who is also another associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he hears the news and he went to Chandrasekhara's home, begging Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Lord, I have one request. As long as you stay in Varanasi, please come and accept prasad from my home only. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agrees to that request. And then Maharashtrian Brahmana came and met the Lord. Out of affection, the Lord bestowed his mercy upon him. All the respectable members of the Brahmana and Kshatriya communities also came to see the Lord. Wherever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes, he attracts the people. This concludes the chapter. There are two things that are given. Thank you all for hearing, who are attending online, who are attending in person. What benefit do you get? Falashruti. Remember this, very important. What do you get by hearing all this conversation where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami? Hearing about the instructions of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, glorifying about the wonderful qualities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What do we get? Much mercy was then bestowed upon Rupa Goswami, and these topics have been finally briefly described. Whoever, listen to this, whoever hears this narration with faith and love certainly develops love of God at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shraddha kari ekata shune e jane prema bhakti payasai Chaitanya charane. They will get love of God at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the beauty of Caitanya Caritamrita. Prabhupada says this is our super contribution to the whole world. This is mercy of Srila Prabhupada upon all of us. And then the chapter concludes with the prayers to Srila Rupa and Raghunath Goswami. Sri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yarasha Caitanya Caritamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. So this line you will see at the end of every chapter. So this is how this chapter finishes. I have 2-3 minutes. Any questions? Next class, I was thinking, because Snana Yatra and Ratha Yatra would be the next big festivals in the coming months, I thought we can discuss about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Puri. So we are not going based on the timeline, we are taking a certain theme and proceeding with this. We started these instructions, I think, on 20th of December. What day is today? 23rd of May. 5 months. Of course, we missed almost 1.5 months in between. But these instructions, there are about 256 verses. Every verse, we can keep talking for weeks and weeks and weeks. So much is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after saying all this, he says, I've given only briefly. But there is so much more depth. If you are interested, please read Nectar of Devotion. I mentioned about this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami elaborates it in so much detail. You will get so many examples also for each one of these personalities and different aspects of bhakti. Such a beautiful book. That's the first book I started reading in ISKCON. I somehow did everything reverse, because initially I didn't get proper guidance. First I read this, next I read Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, then I read Bhagavad Gita. So little bit I have read before, but systematically this is the order how I got introduced. So it's a very, very beautiful book. I have very nostalgic feelings with Nectar of Devotion and Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So next class we'll start discussing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Puri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he takes a sannyas when he was 24, and from Navadvip he then goes to Puri, and he stays in Puri for almost 18 years. So there are a lot of pastimes that happens there. The source of all those pastimes, how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami comes to know, is of the 6 Goswamis, Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta, Dasa Raghunath. Dasa Raghunath, Raghunath Das Goswami, he was physically present with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. He records everything, and then he comes to Vrindavan. After the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he comes to Vrindavan, and then he shares those information as katha. Every evening he would talk. Of all the people who attended as audience, one of them is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He took notes and he writes this book. If somebody who has taken notes has written itself is so nectarian, you can imagine how unlimited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes must be. All glories, all glories, all glories to all the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because of whose mercy we are able to read little bit and appreciate. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. Shri Shri Gauranitai ki jai. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai. Samaveda Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.